Guys, I wanted to diverge into activism for a Faber report this morning. I haven't gotten to it, but it's involving Medtronic and, of course, the most active of activists, the most important activist that we have, which is Elliott. And they were here. They are there, and there's already been change on the board. 2 new independent directors have been appointed by Medtronic, which, by the way, reported earnings as well this morning. They are both with significant experience, are these gentlemen, one having run Stryker and the like. And there is an expectation on the part of Elliott, and I think many investors, that a company that has frustrated them for quite some period of time is at an inflection point of growth and will hopefully deliver on that. And this is a fairly recent position for Elliott, is at least what I've been able to pick up from my reporting. Let's call it over the last quarter or so. They say, become one of the largest investors at the company. And it was a relatively, it seems, very friendly interchange here. They've agreed to, again, 2 independent directors. These are not Elliott endorsed necessarily, although certainly you'd imagine that they are endorsed, but not appointed by Elliott. These are independent directors who are going to be part of what I think there's a hope that will hold management accountable as it starts to introduce new products that are expected to help revenue growth, but then also the margin improvement that is hoped will come along with it. And I think the frustration that has been a part of investors' frustration, you take a look at 10 years and what this stock has done, not much, is that while sometimes there have been periods of revenue growth, the EPS growth, Mike, has not been there as well. The margin improvement that was expected perhaps has not been there quite as much, whether it's costs and not managing them appropriately, or supply chain going into and out of COVID and everything that required from the company. It hasn't done as well navigating it that as perhaps had been the hope, and now is the expectation of Elliott, which again is a significant shareholder. By the way, they're not in a fiscal year, so the proxy window is going to open fairly soon. And so, and Elliott, we know, is not afraid of going to a vote, because they finally did it here in the U.S. in this year. Remember the Phillips 66, where they did get 2 directors. But there have been any number of other very significant investments for them that continue, campaigns, some of them, Southwest certainly. I mentioned Phillips, Texas Instruments, Honeywell, all very large positions. At one point or another, continue to be the case for Honeywell, where Mark Steinberg is actually on the board. He's, of course, one of Elliott's most senior people in the activism part of the business as well. So, we'll see, Mike, if they're able to actually navigate it this time. That is the management, and they do have this new committee as well that we mentioned also in terms of operating and growth. Yes, that they hope will, again, accountability for delivering on the execution, as they are believed to be at this inflection point as they introduce a number of cardio segment, particular drivers and new products.